Hello dear Taurus, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and this is your tarot reading for Venus Retrograde season. I do have the link for the astrology portion and which house you are affected on this Venus Retrograde season, which does hold until end of June. It even moves, Venus will be moving through Gemini until end of July, early August. So let's look at love mainly. This is a relationship cross. I suppose you can look at this as a money reading. If there are many pentacles, that means that money will be good. Taurus, please, Spirit. Taurus and Venus retrograde. So looking at the deep past, where this relationship was coming from, and we've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can be something that came in really quickly into your lives, a relationship based on communication, on logic, okay? Knight of Swords in the distant past can also be an argument, so two people not being on the same page where their logic and how they think, how they use their words where love is concerned. So we know that swords can also be something very logical and cold. So maybe one of you was not opening up emotionally. Let's look at the position of now. And we've got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is Pisces. We've also got Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Page of Cups can be an apology, but it's also a very youthful energy. So right now, there could be an apology. Now, Venus retrograde could be bringing in someone from your past. There could be a youthful, loving offer that's coming in unexpectedly. Let's look at where you're coming from. And Seven of Pentacles. So you have invested time, emotion, and I feel as though, dear Taurus, obviously you're looking at this. You're very slow moving. Seven of Pentacles does, and I know that Taurus is all about, long term. They're very slow moving, your earth. So you're looking at how you value this relationship. Okay, Seven of Pentacles is very slow moving, but you have invested time and maybe even anything to do with monetary. So you've invested quite a bit here, but you're looking at the situation. What about the other person? And Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, dear Taurus, which means that they were very open emotionally. You may have been dealing with a mother. Okay, Ace of Cups here in the Botticelli. She's quite motherly. Okay, maybe a physical mother as well. But there is an apology here, and this is someone who's ready to offer love. Let's look at the near future. And we've got the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is truth. It's logic. King of Swords is not someone that is open emotionally. This could mean communication. Okay, some of you may have strong air in your chart. Now, if this is you in the distant past, okay, we've got the Knight, which turns into the King. And the King is you're very practical. The King is someone that does the math. So this could be important conversations, as we know Venus is retrograding in the sign of Gemini. Let's have a look at what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got the Star. And the Star does speak of a wish fulfillment. It's also Aquarius. So some of you may have strong Aquarius in your chart. It does look very similar to the Three of Cups. What's beneath it? And we've got the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups here. So some of you may have strong water in your chart as well. Okay, this is a Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus reading. Let's have a look at the Romance Angels. And I will be taking a few more cards. Now, yes, you may be also dealing with someone who holds strong water in their chart. This is your partner, Ace of Cups. Now, there may have been a relationship which was very much like mother-child. So I feel as though, dear Taurus, you may have been dealing with someone that was very loving and nurturing. Let's have a look. And we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now the codependency, I feel as though, I don't know why, but I feel as though, because I was just saying that you may have been dealing with someone that was very open to love, very loving and nurturing, and there was a sense of a mother-child relationship here where you needed, I would say, you needed to be given before you can open up emotionally. And that could come from maybe your childhood conditioning, because I feel that if this is your energy, the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords is someone obviously that's been through their own issues in the past. Maybe you were raised, your conditioning was, there was a lot of strict energy in your home. Maybe your parents did not show you the nurturing that your soul needed. So I would say that either maybe you've got strong Cancer in your chart, and Cancer is all about that, you know, needing that motherly love or that security, that emotional security. What's at the bottom of, oh wow, we've got unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I feel as though, and this could be, Taurus, that some of you were in another codependent relationship, maybe, where there was unrequited love. Yeah, some of you may have been in a wedding, you may have been already married, and that's why you were looking at and taking your time. You needed to be certain. Okay, maybe you were going through maybe even a difficult relationship that you wanted to break free from. We do have the codependency right here. Some of you, dear Taurus, may also be a father. That's what I feel with the, I want to take one card on that codependency. And we've got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm going to say that there may have been a strong physical attraction between you, I feel. And I'm going to take more cards, of course. But let me look at the Lenormand first of all. There may have been a strong physical attraction. The codependency does ring very much Saturnian. And the devil is very much about the sexual attraction. Strong magnetic chemistry between you. But I feel as though Taurus was not open emotionally because of past grievances and a past difficult relationship. Let's have a look. We have the Two of Cups. This is the love card. Okay, so this is a meeting of the minds and the heart. We've got the birds here, which can be very jittery. So there's a lot of nervousness, tension here. Okay, the birds can also speak of gossip. So gossip does ring a third person. We've got those three females here. So it does ring very much like the Three of Cups. So maybe a third person in a situation. And we've got the bridges here. So I do feel as though, Taurus, this is probably you needing change, needing to cross over that bridge. And you've been dealing with something karmic. The bridges are number 11. 11 is that new doorway that's opening. And I'm going to say, for those of you that did connect emotionally but were not open about it, or the conversation is going to be made, I feel, with this Gemini, Venus retrograding in Gemini, as we've also got the birds here. I feel as though this may be a time when now you're going to be vulnerable, which is the Page of Cups. Okay, as you may be dealing with someone that was your perfect partner. Okay, Ace of Cups. Maybe that's how you saw them, as someone very motherly. But if you were in an unrequited love relationship or marriage and you had your own children, you had a lot to deal with. So let's take a few more cards. Why is this relationship coming from the Knight of Swords in the distant past? Yeah, Ten of Swords. And this could also mean that both of you may have been coming from a past unrequited relationship where there was no love. There was only maybe deception, maybe there wasn't enough emotion. Okay, because the swords are all about the perception. It's more about communication, no emotion in the distant past. So let's have a look at you with that Seven of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. So 7 and 2, that's 9 Pentacles. Some of you are trying to make a decision. You are trying to decide on who is the person that is speaking to you in your heart. Who is the person that you could trust and be vulnerable and open with? Let's have a look at the other person, your person. And we've got the King of Wands here. And the King of Wands is a fire sign, so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Someone who was very spontaneous. Yes, there was, of course, there was someone that was willing to do the work. Okay, they were open emotionally, but also they felt as though you inspired them very much so, and they wanted to maybe even take the lead because they were seeing that you were not. You were stagnant. You were showing up as someone that was standing very, very much of, look, I'm happy on my own. Okay, this is 9 Pentacles, right? So a lot of independence in these cards for you, dear Taurus. And I feel as though you were not open vulnerably, as you were past, you were hurt in the past and you were not ready to share your soul. Let's have a look at the Star card, which is the general energy. Oh, we've got 3 cards. Wow. We've got the Fool, which is a brand new beginning. We've got the 6 of Cups, which is the soulmate connection. And we've got the 4 of Swords, which to me says that at this time you're waiting on communication. Okay, communication will come once the healing has taken place, as there is an understanding that this is a soulmate connection. We've got the Child here, which is something new that will be born, okay, and things to do with children. But we've also got something weird and wonky here, okay, in the Botticelli. As you can see, this is very similar to Chiron, so that open wound that needed to be healed before someone could take the risk. Aries energy, right? Let's take a card on the King of Swords, which is in the future position. And it's just starting to rain. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. Now this is your energy, dear Taurus. 4 of Pentacles. There's going to be a conversation in the future. The 4 of Pentacles is someone, yes, that doesn't open up easily. I'm going to say that the 4 of Pentacles is someone that needs security, stability, and again, someone is having trouble crossing over that bridge. And I feel that this is your energy. You're having trouble. Now, this could also mean that you could be communicating this, that you are trying to hold on to your pentacles, anything to do with your home situation. So you could be having financial hardship and communicating that, or you're communicating that your partner, this person, has been in your heart forever. This is someone that you wanted to build a strong foundation on, but you needed to cross over that bridge and deal with past karma, a past karmic situation. And this could also mean, because I'm going to say that with the 10 of Swords in the distant past, Maybe even your partner needed that to take the action. Okay, take the action and start something new with the Ace of Cups. And we do have 2 kings here. So 2 kings is very masculine energy, and I feel as though now you're both ready to do the work, to clear the past and move towards the future. Let's see, I'm going to take a couple of these handwritten cards. One fell out and it says, I love my freedom in my life. I cannot handle monogamy and being tied down with one person. If you're still interested, call me. And I feel that that's got to do with the past, as it does ring very closely with this 9 of Pentacles, the 7 and the 9. So I feel as though Taurus was not ready to settle down with one person. And for some of you, I don't feel it was your partner. That for most of you, this is your energy. Because we've got the King of Wands here, for some of you, maybe you were dealing with someone that was more on the sexual side. But with the Ace of Cups, this does say that obviously this was a new beginning in the heart. So a new emotional beginning. Maybe the person you're dealing with came to this relationship through only that physical side of things, but then they realized that, you know, something touched their heart. It could go either way. Let's take one more card. And we have, I have loved you from the moment I met you, but the problems in my life don't allow me to follow my heart right now. It won't be fair on you either. And, wow, I'm going to say also, could Taurus have been dealing with someone that was communicating that to them? Could they have been coming from a relationship that was like this? Someone that was not, they were not happy in a relationship where they needed to be true to only one person. Okay, they were a bit of a player. That could be the case, and that's why we've got the King of Swords here, which is someone that's been hurt. Okay, dear Taurus, I think I will leave it at that before the rain starts coming down really heavily. I want to thank you so much and hope that this gave you a little bit of clarity. Yeah, you had the red flags. The red flags, pay attention to the red flags in the before the wedding card. So someone was looking outside of a committed partnership relationship, and I feel that that's got to do with your past, dear Taurus, mainly. It could go either way, of course, but I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you so much. Sending you much love and light. Talk to you soon.